Okay, you know that feeling when the air turns crisp and suddenly you just want your home to wrap you up like a cozy blanket. Well, today I'm showing you the easiest ways to make your home feel warm and inviting and totally ready for the cozy season ahead. Now, first things first, cozy starts with layers. I want you to think about layers as the foundation of your cozy home. This could be accessories and how you style. It could be textiles and pillows and blankets and rugs and window treatments. It could even be how you arrange your furniture, or if you add in some additional seating for the holiday season, or maybe a little side table for that cocktail in the evening. Layers are the foundation for your cozy home, and they really anchor everything else that you're going to do as far as decor goes throughout the rest of the season. So as we go through today's video, I want you to keep top of mind layers, layers, layers. Repeat it with me. Layers, layers, layers equals cozy. Next up, rugs. Rugs equals cozy. So I know this firsthand because I just added a few new rugs to my home, and it really made a huge difference in those areas in creating that inviting, welcoming feeling that I was looking for. So added in a new rug in our entry and also in our mudroom going out to our back patio. That one's actually an antique rug that I found at an estate sale. I will say rugs are so important that I spent almost an entire week at Round Top looking for rugs for myself and several of my clients. I was able to find tons of really beautiful antique and vintage rugs. And what I was focusing in on was finding rugs that had beautiful, rich, deep tones. Regardless what your home looks like or what your home decor looks like, if you want to go more muted with a rug or you want to go more rich and deep colors and texture and pattern, doesn't really matter. Adding a rug to your floors will instantly make a room feel more cozy. Next up, we're going to talk about the great mood setter of a home, and that is lighting. So first up, layered lighting makes a big impact on how a room feels, especially in the evening. So that is layers of light, meaning lamps and sconces and maybe picture lights and of course chandeliers and pendants. All the different lighting layers within a room create ambiance in the evening, and that is what we're desperately craving in the winter months. We want our homes to feel cozy and we want them to feel welcoming, and lighting is really a superpower when it comes to that. So I'm going to take you over to the other side of the room and I'm going to show you a little easy trick that you can use in your home to create cozy lighting with the lamps that you already have. Let's go. Designer trick of the day. Lampshades. So I actually just ordered some new lampshades for this lamp and that lamp and a couple of other lamps in there from Wayfair. And let me just tell you something. Switching out lampshades is one of the easiest upgrades that you can make to your home during the winter months if you want that cozy impact. Now, I want to let you know if you want to get a little sneak peek at Wayfair's early Black Friday sale, where everything on the site is going to be up to 70% off, and you can score gorgeous lampshades just like this, you need to do so. You can shop the entire site, place an order for over $35 and get free shipping. Now, this gorgeous lampshade that I scored on Wayfair is the perfect color for this room, and if you'll notice, it was a match made in heaven. So I'm gonna show you what a difference just changing out a light lampshade for something darker with some gorgeous texture like these pleats can do for your room. And then we're gonna add in our lampshade. This one is just so classically beautiful to me. I love how tailored it looks. Look at the difference that made. I love a dark lampshade for the winter months. And one other design tip, make sure that your bulb is frosted and make sure that it's a really beautiful warm white. Okay, I've got another lampshade I'm going to change out in the entry. I want to take you over there and show it to you. Lampshade number 2. I always have this little baby lamp that I designed on our entry table. I was actually able to find this lampshade on Wayfair that's almost the exact same size and shape, and this chocolate brown matches the other lampshade that's in the great room, which is like attached to the entry, so it's perfect. Oh, that just screams cozy. So when you're thinking through adding those warm layers and the textures and the lampshades and everything, I want you to think about creating a welcoming entryway, because really cozy starts the moment that you walk in your door. So you want warm lighting, you maybe want the rug like we talked about, artwork, a candle, a beautiful lamp. Just think about creating a welcoming environment for you and your friends and family and guests during this winter months and the holiday season ahead. Now, I want to touch on color. I want you to really lean into color this season, even if maybe you don't have a lot of color in your home. Just give it a try because it's such an easy way to add that cozy factor to your rooms. Doesn't have to be a big commitment. You don't have to paint all of your walls, you know, Merlot, but you can definitely add in some throw pillows or some little accessories or even some seasonal like blooms in those deeper, richer tones that will make a really big difference in upping that cozy factor. So I want you to think about chocolate brown and deep forest green and mulberry, which is a color that I really like latched onto this season, and olive and Merlot and plum and deep sapphire and whatever cozy means to you. I mean, obviously all of those colors to me feel very nostalgic, very perfect for this time of year as we're going into the holiday season. A lot of my holiday decor has a really deep red woven in through it, and berries and the ornaments on the trees and all of the little bows that I added everywhere. And that injection of deep tonal color makes a room feel cozy for sure. Now, on to our next cozy tip. Let's go this way. Okay. Next up on our list of cozy, important things we need to do for our home, textures. Now, I know everybody says, oh, you need to add textures to your home for cozy factor. Yes, obviously, it's not groundbreaking, but I want you to think about it a little bit differently. I want you to think about adding textures to your rooms that might not appear in your spaces throughout the rest of the year in like the warmer months. So that's like chunky knits, bouclés, velvets, leather, suede, wools, maybe darker wood tones. I'm not talking about like changing out your furniture or anything, just wood tones through maybe some picture frames or some decorative accessories. Layering in textures and richness in your rooms easily through throw pillows and throw blankets and stuff like that makes a really big impact, and it's affordable, it's easy to do, and you're going to amp up the cozy factor in a snap. Now let's talk about natural elements, which for me equals holiday greenery and berries. But that could also be like houseplants, whatever. Adding in these natural textural elements adds a cozy factor to your home. So I want you to think like winter branches, or it could even be like dried oranges or pine cones. I personally love like the textural greenery that's in all of my holiday decor. So the garlands that are on my mantle and my Christmas tree and all of my holiday floral arrangements. Those textures add a cozy factor to your space. It just makes a space feel more welcoming and inviting and alive. So when you're thinking about decorating for the holiday season and you know you're wanting to add that cozy factor to your rooms, make sure that you include some greenery. I, for one, love planting my amaryllis and paper white bulbs every single year. I look forward to doing that. That adds a natural, organic texture to my rooms throughout the holiday season, and it's something that I love to give as gifts to my friends and family. So maybe it's that. Maybe you start some amaryllis and paper white bulbs this year. Voila. Now this next one, we're gonna think a little bit outside of the decorating box. And I want you to think about how you want to use your space during the cozy winter months. So for me, obviously I spend more time at home during the cold season, and I love to create little nooks and corners that beckon me to come and read a book, or maybe binge watch a Hallmark holiday series. I don't know what it is, but creating these cozy spots for yourself is just a way to make the most of your home during this time of year. So think about your perfect scenario. Where would you want to go and sit and curl up with a cozy blanket and have your cup of tea and read a book or listen to a podcast or whatever it is, and create that space for yourself first and foremost throughout these winter months. Yes, we want our homes to look beautiful, but the most important thing is that our homes function for us and meet our needs right where we are, and creating a place that you can curl up and get cozy is just the way to do that. Now I want to touch on what is probably the most used room throughout the entire winter and holiday season, and that is your kitchen. And let's talk about how we can add some welcoming touches to that space. So first and foremost, your kitchen has a lot of hard surfaces. I mean, countertops and cabinetry and floors and all the things, all the appliances, you got a lot going on in there. So we want to amp up the cozy factor, and you can do that through adding some textural layers like we talked about, and some like linens, you know, well, You may not want to add window treatments, but you totally could. That would definitely amp up the cozy factor. But you could do something as easy as maybe some darker dish towels, or a seasonal arrangement on the countertop, or a really beautiful wood or stone charcuterie board or cutting board on the countertop. A candle, obviously. Any of those things and all of those things will amp up the cozy factor in that room. I personally love to decorate my kitchen slightly for the holiday season and for the winter months. I just want it to feel inviting and warm. We spend a ton of time in there, so I add some wreaths and some garlands, and I always have a really beautiful arrangement on my countertop and a candle on my countertop that I can burn. Not everybody loves to have like scents, you know, some candles or diffusers or something like that. It doesn't work for them, but for me, I love it, and I love to bring in like those fresh spruce fragrances and all of the cinnamons and all the things during the holiday season. So that obviously creates a really beautiful, welcoming environment as well. The way our home smells makes a huge impact on how we feel in our home. So that's something that you need to keep top of mind as well. Now, of course, we cannot talk about cozy homes without touching on a seasonal bedding swap. And I'm not saying you have to change out everything on your bed, but it's a great opportunity to change out your sheets, or maybe put a throw blanket at the end of your bed, change a couple of the throw pillows on your bed. Just create that welcoming setting for you at the end of the day. I say this a lot on the channel, and I really mean it. Your home is for you, and how you experience your home is super, super important. It's not a showplace for Instagram. Of course, we want our friends and family to feel welcome, but really your home is about you, and making your bedroom welcoming and cozy for you is important. So whatever that looks like, you could change out the lampshades on your bedside tables, like we talked about. That would be like cozy factor, yes. But easily just put a really beautiful, rich throw blanket at the end of your bed, light a wonderful scented candle on your bedside table, and sink into the cozy season and enjoy every room in your home during it. Now, I want to thank Wayfair for sponsoring today's video and for my gorgeous shades. And I want you to tell me in the comments, which cozy ideas are you adding to your home this season? Let me know, please. I cannot wait to hear. And if you want a better look at how I decorated my home for the holidays, which is pretty darn cozy if you ask me, I want you to meet me in this next video. I'll see you there.